Okay, folks, welcome to another episode of Cold Water Tactics. I'm Captain Chang. Today we're going to discuss convoy attacks. So here we go. We have a Victor 3. We're going after a escort and convoy. Victor 3 has a couple of these 650 tubes. So we definitely have the what I jokingly call the big red torpedoes. These are wakehomers, designed to be carrier killers. They're great against convoy ships too, if you can get them into the right trajectory. I have a Test 71 here loaded. This is the smaller torpedo with the red tip. Notice that they look kind of similar, but this one has a couple extra white stripes and is physically similar. This Test 71 is a wire-guided torpedo, basically like a primitive Mark 48. And the last two torpedoes down there are USET 80s. They have a dual mode seeker. They're both acoustic and wakehoming, so they are perfectly good against ships too. Okay, we've confirmed that this is our convoy. There's a couple NATO modern cargo ships here, and okay, I'm gonna turn off the sound mostly because I don't want to talk over myself. But basically, the idea is if we shoot them, uh, the Speran seems to have picked up something and is kind of running this way. Try kind of doing a zigzag in front of the convoy. So we're going to try to get in range and shoot it with something. We're trying to intercept the torpedo. We're trying to intercept the cargo ship behind the cargo ship, basically. However, if they both do execute a 150-degree turn away from us, the torpedo we send should still intercept something. So now, okay, it looks like the Sperons just shot something. And we are going to shoot back quite a bit, and their helo is probably after us as well. We'll see how that torpedo reacts. We are going to go west roughly, while our torpedo, wow, he's doing a good job. He's dropped one almost right on top of us. Two right on top of us, in fact. So we're going to start using our decoy immediately. So we got a decoy out. That should take care of both torpedoes. In the meantime, we're doing 15 knots at least. Well, you could probably go a little faster, but if we go faster, we risk our own torpedoes going funny when we fire. So we're going to be staying about the speed. We can dodge torpedoes at 15 if you do it correctly. As you can see, we're going down to 400 meters. Hopefully that should be deep enough to avoid it. We just sent out another decoy, I think. That's going to be pushing the... Okay. That should create some interesting choices for the other guy to follow. Looks like, yeah, Torpedo is having a hard time trying to decide whether it's picking me up or picking up the decoy, so that's why it's flashing. Yeah. Okay, now it's really on me. That torpedo is really on me. That one is kind of on me, kind of isn't. Okay, we're gonna drop Noisemaker, and we're going flank because we don't really have anything else. We need to. Okay, and you notice we've gone shallow. We've gone for 100 meters. Okay, we did get a bit of a rudder damage, but that barely hit us. Hull is still at 95%, so it's just a grazing hit. Looks like the torpedo is going to be going after the decoy, so we should be clear after this. The Spurons is kind of randomly shooting that way, so hopefully we should be able to get a. We just slow back down to 5 knots. We should be getting a torpedo out toward the Spurons any second. Rudder has been repaired. So now we're going to be taking care of the Spurons. We're going to be using the USET 80. In the, as you can see, it's in the surface mode. Yep, it's gone. Okay, looks like the helo just dropped the torpedo to be circling. So we are going to be probably going after our own torpedo, because we don't want that thing to find us. In the meantime, we're diving that back down to 400. Good thing we still have another decoy. Yeah, we're going northwest. Yeah, the torpedo helo drop is going to be circling a bit. Well, it tried to circle down to our depth, but it's probably going to miss. In the meantime, our torpedo is going after. Not sure if he would be it would be intercepting our wake. In the meantime, you have noticed that these two cargo ships have settled on the vector directly away from us. Now that they have settled on their vector, this is the perfect time to be using these super wakehomers. Shoot one directly into their wake, and they're pretty much toast. So basically, this is how you deal with a NATO convoy with a Soviet submarine. You find how they work, and then once they activate, but basically you trigger them and get the cargo ships into an escape vector. And after that, shoot a couple wakehomers after each. And in the meantime, you take care of the escorts and try not to die. That's pretty much it. Those torpedoes are all going after decoys, who gives a whatever. That torpedo is going to be taking a while. In the meantime, we have gone all the way back down to 400. Okay, and looks like this torpedo, the USET 80 dual launch, is going after the Spurans. And it's seeking, and you can see it's doing a, it just it just sank the Spurans. This should be, looks like that there is no more escorts in the area. So we only have to worry about the helo, and is going to be intersecting one of these wakes in a moment, and then one cargo ship taken care of. We're going to see which one gets sunk before we worry about the other cargo ship. So basically, against the NATO convoy as the Soviet sub, you poke the convoy, you get the cargo ships to escape, and then you shoot a couple torpedoes into their wake, and hopefully you'll get a couple of them. In the meantime, you run away from the escorts and shoot a torpedo at them, and hopefully one of your wake seekers should be able to sink it. Okay, let's skip ahead a little bit and let's see which cargo ship is gonna get. Okay, okay, looks like we just sank one of those. And then the second torpedo is going right up this one's arse. And in the meantime, we're hiding right next to this bronze sunken corpse. So there's nothing for the helo to hear, even if it could hear us. In the meantime, our big red torpedoes they have a humongous range. Even because it's a 680, it has an even longer range than the Mark 48. So as you can see, the wakehoming is working perfectly. It's going straight up, and it's going to die any second. And there goes the cargo ship, and we are ending the combat. So it's one bronze. Well, it doesn't matter if it's a mission target or not, but hey, we sank a convoy, right? So, just to sum up, the convoy works. There's a couple escorts, there's a couple vessels. Once you have been detected, the vessel is going to turn directly away from you on an escape trajectory. In the meantime, half of the escorts charge you, and half will follow the cargo ships or whatever they're trying to protect. At least they'll charge you at where they think you are. Of course, they're also going to be using active sonar, so they're going to try to find where you are. If you're if you're on the NATO side, use the dog legging to get some early kills in, and you should be able to remote control your torpedoes way in. You can go direct. Usually, your enemies are not very good at the sensors, but feel free to use dog legs so you don't even have to worry about retaliation strikes. And if you're on the red team, just use any torpedo to poke at the enemy or just get as close as you dare. You probably have to be dodging a couple torpedoes, so always have a decoy ready. And then once the cargo ships have stopped turning and it's basically heading directly away from you, send some wakehomers up their rear. And in the meantime, use another or two wakehomer against the escort. And try not to die in the meanwhile, because the escort is going to be tossing rock torpedoes at you, while the helo is going to do its best to drop something on you also. So basically, don't die, kill the convoy, and that's about it. Anyway, I hope you have found this little video essay useful, and I will see you in the next one. And anyway, please like and subscribe if you find this video useful.